When I was doing this video, I realised that I was so far away from the camera when I was putting the bits and pieces in, you perhaps couldn't hear me. But really it's just like putting all the cables and the wires and the pipes and the hoses back on. Nothing really fancy. So I'm just about there. Now I'm going to have to put the radiator back on. I know it's not the best of radiators, but well, we'll have to see how budgets go. But I need to connect the oil cooler pipes up and also the turbo hose. Also this has got that winch on and they routed the wires through the grill. Well, I want to put the battery cable on. Well, I could do it just temporarily, I suppose, but the thing is it means taking the air cleaner off to get to the connection where they put it on the back of the starter. Now I didn't wire that up. I'd never wire a winch onto the back of a starter. But yeah, so I'm getting there. So I'll try and edit a video together of what I was doing when I was putting the engine in. Well, you've probably seen it by now anyway. But yeah, we're on the final stages. Now, the thing is, it's Sunday morning, 8:30 on a Sunday morning. I'm just going to run this on water for the start, if it does start. Because I need to pressurise the cooling system, make sure it's all working. Also, it gives me a chance to flush out any residual rubbish that's in the heater. You know, I can then now put my power wash on and just power wash it a cycle. But I didn't want to do that too soon. Yeah, it should work out. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. So I'll box up this front end because that doesn't take much doing. And then we'll get down to it. Yeah, there's a few things to do. Not too much though. Not too much, I think it'll be fine. I just fitted the slam panel on and I've put the cable in. But what I'm going to say to you, a top tip. Before you put all the front on and the grill and stuff like this, check your bonnet. Make sure the bonnet's going to shut really nice, because the way I put this before, didn't even fasten anything down. They had 6mm bolts in the bottom that weren't even tight, so everything at the front was loose. So I put new bolts in and temporarily I've fastened up the slam panel so it's in approximately the right place. So now I'm going to drop the bonnet and adjust the bonnet so it shuts nice, because this is the ideal time to get under here. You know, it's better than putting all the front in. So let me get that done and I'll show you if there's anything you need to know. Well, it didn't shut. Now it does. I tightened up the catch on the front just approximately. Now let's see how it opens on the cable. These things are so easy to do now than later. You know, it's a bit more fiddling about and stuff like that. But at least it's okay. So we can put that back up on its safety catch. And I give everything a good spraying with honey goo. So that's okay. So now I'm quite happy to put the front on. I'm going to give those screws at the bottom, those captive nuts, a bit of a squirting up too while I've got it in my hand. And I'll give the cable a go because that will no doubt get frozen up in winter. A little bit on there as well so you can catch it on your sleeves. Right, so the next thing, I'm going to put the front on, the front panel, drop the radiator in, and then everything should be okay. We hope. I don't know about you, but the one thing I hate about Defenders is when they put the brackets on to hold the radiator, the top of the radiator, they had nuts and bolts. Well, this side had the horn bracket on, but the horn's been moved to the under the wing, which is a lot better place because it doesn't get all the rubbish into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply put some captive nuts in. Now we've done this before. Where's my captive nut box? There's my captive nut box. Oops. There you see. You can see I do quite a lot. And there's such a little simple tool to put them in with. You don't need any fancy tools. I got this from the States, we've done this before, but it's 9/16 AF, but what's special about it, you can make this at home, you can really do it at home. It's got, if you can zoom in, wait a minute, put my hand behind it, that's better. You can see it's got a little shoulder, a little taper that bites onto this bit, you see. So when you put your captive nut in, it doesn't turn. Alright, so the first things I'm going to do, on the front here there's 3 holes. Why is there 3 holes? I do not know. But we'll do this one here until I find out which one it is. So first of all, we're going to drill the hole out to the right size. I've already got in my box the correct size. Now the thing is, I don't know what captive nuts you're going to use. So, and it isn't what? Right, like that. Drill them out. Ooh, just wants a little bit more. I'll tell you what, let's try this drill, because the problem is we've had this time and time again. Can't get bloody metric drills. If we could get metric drills, life would be a dream. Maybe that's it. That seems better. Ah, that's good. Now, we need the impact with a 10mm socket on it. Back in the tick. Right, got my impact. I'll zoom in a bit so we can see. Simply hold the socket, or hold the tool. Then as soon as it starts to bite, take it out, and there is one captive nut. We'll do the same on this side. Put it in your tool, get your tool wheels. There we go. Now that means if you want to take the radiator out quickly, you don't have to take all the front off. Now on this thing here, they'd actually put the power pipes, what the hell am I talking about, it's too early. Power wires going through the grill, through the plastic grill, which was a real pig of a job because you couldn't pull them all the way through. So I've now gone underneath here with some plastic wrap around the cables, and I'll fasten it up properly at the other side. So that means now if you want to take the radiator out, you just undo the screws, job done. Isn't that easy? Right, let's get this radiator fixed. Now it isn't the best conditions, as you can see. Actually the core isn't too bad, but from the pictures I shown you the other day, I mean look at the state of the intercooler. It's even worse at the other side. But it wasn't part of the job description. So let me get this all built up. I've got the front on, got that done, got this done. I can really sort of steam ahead and get things done. In fact, whilst I've got my captive nuts out, I think I might just put a captive nut in this inner wing. You know where the clamp goes on for the turbo pipe. It's too early. Just wait a minute, I'll show you. This thing, pain in the backside because you have to sort of reach round to undo the nut and bolt. Well, it'd be easier if I put a captive nut in and then I can do that. So while I've got my tools out, I might as well do it. Right, back in a bit. So I've got the radiator panel mounts in. Look at this. Watch this. This is how easy it is now to take your radiator out. Screws. Don't have to take the front off. Isn't that clever? Not really. And I even put a couple of stainless screws in there just to buy me another beer. Now, next thing, I've got the hoses on the oil cooler pipes, but I had to take this off to put my little U bracket on. Now this is really important, this thing. It really is. the weight of the pipes can flex up and down and crack the oil cooler inside the radiator. Now, it's not so bad with the brass ones because they're a bit more resistant, but with the aluminium tanks with the plastic heads on, I've seen so many of those oil coolers break, it's unbelievable. So just make sure you put this little clamp on. It's a bit fiddly, I know, but it really is important. Right, let me get this on and then back to work.